Widowmaker Podcast.
That's it? That's the intro?
That was the intro.
I think we can do some work on the intro.
Yeah, I think so too.
But thanks everybody for tuning into the first episode of the Widowmaker Podcast. We have zero script, zero plan. We're just going to talk about a few things.
You do have a special guest, though.
What was that sound?
That sound was the air fryer going off because the taquitos are ready.
We are having taquitos on our podcast?
We're not having taquitos on our podcast. So just, I think by way, I guess, of an introduction, there's three of us here, and it's not the three people that you'd expect to be here. So sitting to my left, we have the man, the legend, Dan Turcott.
Hello.
Surly Dan, as we call him. He's our man. He's our delivery guy. He's the guy that he brings the surly to the table all the time. Some of you may have met him. Some of you definitely will met him. My name is Mike, and a special guest here today. We're very excited to have the other Mike. Dan, who to you is the other Mike?
The other Mike. Well, the other Mike was the Mike that supposedly was kicked out of the company. But he just couldn't keep up with the chat. Apparently that was asking too much of him. So forget about delivery. Forget about making shirts. Forget about doing pretty much anything other than scratching his own ass. So yeah, that's the other Mike.
So when we started the company, there was two Mikes.
I gotta stop you for a second there. You sound crazy. Like when people say the government, the company.
Well,
he's talking about the other Mike.
Is it a company?
It's not. Actually, we should talk about that.
Hold on. Well, you haven't had your introduction yet. You don't. No.
I don't get to talk.
You have zero ownership in the company still, because
I thought we were talking about
is there a mute button on there?
I can't mute him. Yeah, we can mute him actually.
Yes, you can. No, the second one.
No, you're not. Okay. Yeah, he's muted.
Hello. Can you hear me though?
No, you muted me.
Oh shoot. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
No, we can't.
No,
that's better. It's background music.
So anyway, yeah. Oof, it just got good again. So two Mikes, two Dans. Things were going well.
Things were
It
fantastic.
was balanced. Balance is a very.
It was a great little cliche too. Like I'd be like, what's this guy's name? Mike too. I'm like, yeah, actually, it was Mike.
Yeah.
Had two Dans and two Mikes.
And then the other Mike decides that it was too much work because in the early stages, we had a lot of chat, a lot of, hey, we should do this, we should do that. What do you think about this? What do you think about that logo? We should sell this, we should do that. And he lazy dough over here couldn't keep up with a couple of text messages here and there. And he decided he was going to take his pennies and run. And he demanded that we pay him out. And we were nothing. What did we had?
What's half of nothing?
We had to give him half of nothing, which is about $200.
I actually wish he would have left now because he could have had 200.
And I think we
200% of our debt.
Yep, and we gave him some T-shirts. There's some old crappy first ever screen T-shirts.
You keep that one. That's a classic.
And then he says he's going to sue us down the road.
I think the legal fees would be more than the actual money he would get from us.
Agree. But the lawsuits are coming, and then we say, well, why don't you sue us now? Because now we have no money. But
that like no money. Like I work at Walmart and I make no money. Like
yeah,
we have no money.
But when we're Under Armour in a couple of years, he's like a snake in the grass, and that's when he's gonna.
Lucky
pounce.
for us, he's terrified of snakes.
Mike, if we unmute you right now, do you promise to be reasonable?
Yes, I shall do. I'm going to do my best. Anyways.
So that's a quick sort of rundown on who you are. Why don't you tell the people in your own words if we're incorrect on anything?
Yeah. So a couple of text messages. Let's talk about waking up to about 300 messages, not getting back to you right away, and then being ridiculed by Mike. The Dans were fine. As surly as Dan is, Mike really took the reins on the initial startup of the company, and I felt I don't know if bullied is the word.
This isn't grade school, pal. You're a grown man.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I was doing my best, trying to keep up with the chat, and it just wasn't good enough. So I threw out some options.
What were your options? I don't remember any options.
My options were I said I'd be a silent partner.
Oh, that's the guess you want all the money and do none of the work.
Exactly. I thought that was pretty good. I mean, I could still participate in some things.
Like what?
But I was gonna
cashing paychecks.
Yeah, I could throw a couple checks or a few dollars out there. and and it wasn't up your alley. So I was
working hard and paying you. It's definitely not up my alley.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was then asked to leave the company, and by leave the company, it was, oh yeah, we have some of your money that we'll be willing to give back, but to show you're serious, you shall exit the WhatsApp Widowmaker chat, which is really professional.
Sorry,
platform
I
to
was
use.
busy.
Yeah, I know
getting
you were
the taquitos out of the air fryer, so I couldn't. I was listening.
Yes.
half-ass.
Yes.
You say you were forced. We basically withheld your money.
Well, I wouldn't say we. It was more you. You were kind of the one who, and maybe it was having a two mics thing. You have a thing with,
like I'm like one of those
like
Siamese
I can
fighting for the Japanese.
Yeah, like I
fighting
can
fish,
be
we
the
only
only
have
mic
one
in the
tank.
Yeah, I can be the only.
I was
mic
thinking more like the Highlander. It can only be one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And I was asked to leave the company. I was e-transferred maybe $50.
I think it was relinquish your stocks.
Yeah.
All right, I'm already bored with this story. You done?
Yeah.
Do you think when was the last time they remade the Highlander? It's been.
You don't remake a classic like that.
They've done it a bunch of times.
No, they're not.
Sure, they have.
Like what?
I'm almost positive they've remade some version of the Highlander at least 3 times.
No, they just keep making spin-offs and sequels. So it's like the Highlander 65.
Wasn't there a television thing as well?
Sure. Yes, there was. There was. I think I had Patrick Stewart in it. No, Patrick Duffy.
I sure as hell didn't have that.
But they didn't have Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Duffy. All I remember is him from Step by Step.
Yeah.
Remember that show? That was great.
And wasn't he in South Park too? He had,
No, he had
it was-
someone.
somebody had Patrick. It was
Patrick Stewart
as a leg.
I can say Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Like Captain Picard as a leg.
Yeah.
No, Patrick Duffy as a leg, and there was some sort of creature.
That doesn't matter. Doesn't
Anyway, he
matter.
was also.
How are those taquitos?
I don't know. Hey, so
I dare you to eat one of those right now.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
It's
hot.
gonna go two ways. It's either gonna be like you're gonna have to go like, or you're gonna do the hasha fasha. Which one's it gonna be? That's a
It
new
just
one.
come out of an air fryer.
It did, yeah, it did. We're trying to watch our calories, right? So
Yeah, so
no deep frying.
device for the air fryer.
Yeah.
And neither of you guys have air fryers?
No.
And I get no money. Like I'm not.
I got Uber Eats.
T-File's not sending me a check for
No.
saying this. But you want a quick snack?
Yeah.
You just it's quick. It's easy.
And I'm a big fan of like
Snacks.
like the M&M's types foods. I don't eat real food.
Again,
Yeah.
we're not sponsored by. Like send us some money, M&M's.
Yeah, exactly. Because great.
Does M&M's even exist anymore?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, M&M's. You can go to the Avondale any Avondale stores. They have little kiosks now.
So you're Ontarioing the hell out of us right now.
Yeah,
We got-
people in
we
Alberta,
are-
what
we
the
are.
hell is Avondale?
Oh, sorry. Avondale's like a variety store. Sorry.
It's bad enough we think we run this country here in Ontario. You're gonna go speak like our whoops, like our like our convenience stores are the be all end all of it.
Well, I'm just saying. Like Dan's mom works at Avondale, so I thought everybody knew about it. I forgot that this was worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
We have like at least one listener.
I was kind of.
Oh, we just lost that one listener.
Yeah.
I was kind of thrown at this last minute here. I didn't realize I was even coming into a podcast.
I baited you with taquitos.
Yes, and I'm glad.
Like
that
a
I
pig
came.
with truffles.
Love truffles.
Just in there rooting around in those taquitos.
Yep.
Anyway, we promised that there would be 10% hunting, 10% fishing, and 90% bullshit. Yeah, they're hot.
Where'd you think
I
it's gonna
just
happen?
said they came out of the T-Foul.
understand that, but
It's also going to be sponsored by some form of medicated powder.
And you
Yeah.
can't.
this one's
We've
sponsored
all
by
got
the
our
skin
separate
on the top
dips
of my
here.
mouth.
Well, there goes. Yeah, you didn't need that. It's okay. People pay money for that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a chemical peel.
That's right. Holy shit! Yeah. Well, we're gonna give those taquitos a few minutes here. We're gonna have a word from our sponsors.
The 7-Eleven still, and maybe a stupid question. I don't get to the 7-Eleven.
You don't even have to answer that. Yes, I do because I get them on every night shift.
Yeah, they
They're good. Yeah, I got like the buffalo chicken and the jalapeno.
they have different flavors.
Yeah.
I think they only have like a Monterey Jack too.
Monterey Jack. Yeah, it's pretty good.
The drunker you are, the better they taste.
I haven't been to. I honestly haven't been to 7-Eleven in probably 20 years, and
Also, you are missing out because they have a variety of foods that are available for you for purchase.
It's like it's like a little restaurant now. It's crazy.
It is.
Remember, we used to get like high back in the day when we were like in grade 10, and we go get a bunch of like cookies and a big thing of chocolate milk because that's what you want to have when you're high.
absolutely.
It's chocolate.
My last 7-Eleven go around. That was when they created. So they always had the roller dogs, right? And the nachos, which they're a staple. And the taquitos were a thing, newer, but
The nachos. See, COVID ruined the nachos because you can't even get like the scoop in there anymore. Like they come prepackaged. What's that?
Do you still get your own? Do you get the cheese?
Probably not.
Like,
No,
Probably not.
There was a point where you couldn't even go get your own Slurpee. You had to tell them the size of cup and what you wanted.
Hey, this is a total side thing. Do you remember when Keith got drunk? We went to Eric Church, and here's this. So this guy we know, he's in line here. We're at Eric Church, and the concert's over. Great concert, by the way. And they're in line. There's 25 people, and there had to be so much pot smoke. Everybody was stoned in that place. So this kid's hammered, and he's waiting in line. He gets a bag of ketchup chips, and he eats the whole bag of ketchup chips. And he's with Mike here. I'll let you carry the rest of the story, Mike.
well, he's a young lad, a couple years younger than us here, and so I had him under my wing. I don't think it was his first concert, but he acted like it was his first concert because he was acting like a fucking idiot. But he's drunk out of his mind, standing there spinning circles like a finish him type of thing in Mortal Kombat. Or
Somebody's going to come by and Ryugan.
yeah, so he couldn't wait to get out of the store. So he's waiting in line, crushes his chips, and you know the little crumbs that are in the bottom of the bag, as anyone who's ever eaten a bag of chips will know.
We call them bits.
He filled up his ketchup chip bag. And for those of you who are listening here in the States, we have ketchup chips, and they're amazing. And if you don't think so, then you're wrong. Anyway, he filled up nacho cheese, the 7-Eleven nacho cheese. He filled up the bag.
It's like the squeezy liquid cheese.
No, they just had this. I just caught myself in a lie. I was at a 7-Eleven. That was only 10 years ago. I said 20 years, but I just counted that as like that's the only thing that was available after the concert. So I just walked out there and did it. Anyway, so I'm a liar, and he fills up the bag half full with nacho cheese, and he's digging his hand in the bag like Winnie the Pooh into a honey pot.
It's like Pooh's honey pot.
Like Pooh's honey pot, and he got a little teenage beard at the time, and he's caked in orange nacho cheese, and he looks at me and he laughs, and I just tell him to leave the goddamn store. And we were like 1 or 2 away from being able to pay. I'm like, I'll take care of your stupid ketchup chips. You're embarrassing.
And he had like that 15-year-old like mustache, like
has it.
You know like Snoopy's like Mexican counterpart, like El Snoopy. He's got like that little like 5-string mustache. That's what he's got, and it's just caked in cheese.
I don't remember El Snoopy.
You know, I think it was called El Snoopy. I just called it El Snoopy. Anyways, go on the Google.
This podcast is officially canceled now because that's probably racist.
That's not racist.
No.
El Snoopy. It's just like regular Snoopy, but with a mustache.
It's like old El Paso.
Google it.
Oh, I'm good. I got to Google.
Okay, we're going to the
I'm
Google
the
box.
Google guy here. I'll
But
take
you forgot the best part of the story, though. So Keith goes up to the counter,
Ketchup chips.
and he can't even see. This is what it sounds like. This poor guy and he's dealing with all these drunk people. God bless you, 7-Eleven man. But the kid's like, all I could say is ketchup chips.
Ketchup chips. I forgot about that.
Ketchup chips. And the guy's like, what? He's like, ketchup chips. And Mike takes over.
He
He's
bought
like,
some ketchup
he bought some
chips.
ketchup and he wants to pay for them. So that's our Keith story. So if you're listening, Keith, sorry. That's all on you though.
How did you even get to that?
I don't know. But speaking of back, I'm going to bring something back here because now we're starting to get on off-topic stuff. Is the whole honey bear poo?
Pooh Bear Honey Pot.
Yeah,
That's what we
thank
used to
you.
call
Yeah,
him
yeah.
after that.
What was with that rabbit? That rabbit was such a dick.
Speaking of rabbits, I want to go through my grill recently.
Like your barbecue grill?
No, like the front of my truck.
The
It
truck
cost-
that's 10 minutes old.
Yeah, 10 minutes old. Anyways, sorry about that. Just a side story there. Hey, talk more about.
No,
the
thanks for
grill.
interrupting. Tell us more about your
Yeah,
grill.
that's why you're probably out of the company. But yeah, go ahead.
No,
Let's also talk about El Snoopy. Doesn't exist.
don't talk.
You're
You
racist.
talk shit about El Snoopy in a dream. You better wake up and apologize.
Well, whatever. Google it. Like, there was a
I just
Nintendo.
did.
There was a Nintendo game. It was like Snoopy's Olympics,
And it
was
wasn't
like in Italy. Or maybe he's Italian. I don't know.
you Google.
Oh,
as
now
ba-
all of a sudden you're going to a different part of the world.
Well, whatever, man.
I got to take charge and Google this myself.
I did, and El Snoopy does not exist.
Well, whatever. Look, I'll send. We'll
know
put.
what
You know
you're
what?
talking
We'll post it on our Instagram. You tell me this guy. I don't know. I thought maybe he's Italian because the game was based off Italian people. I don't know. They were in
So-
Italy and they.
Maybe you can make it a giveaway.
Hold on. Never a Peanuts character. It was just El Snoopy.
Did you say
What penis character?
Because of children. Peanuts.
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 Like anybody want a peanut? Kind of
No more rhyming.
No more rhyming. I mean it. Okay, Snoopy. You guys talk more. I'm gonna figure this L Snoopy.
Oh, wow. Gee, it's not gonna happen. So this giant rabbit in your giant diesel Dodge Ram
Yeah. Took me right out.
took you out. How did the rabbit go through your grill?
Well, that's a great question. They have the ability to jump.
Holy shit.
What?
What is it?
Did you find El Snoopy?
Okay, so this is how I know it's racist, because in order to find the
Well, first of all, I didn't make it.
look at the goddamn picture.
Put that on.
That's going on the Instagram.
Okay.
And
So the
Just make it
reason
the story
that
so it
it's
doesn't last.
top news canceled.
canceled. The reason I know it's racist because El Snoopy didn't get me there. I had to Google Mexican Snoopy.
Well, whatever. Isn't El Snoopy way better?
Not
I
really.
don't know
Well, I don't know.
because I don't think El isn't it El just like the Snoopy?
Like old El Paso.
Yeah,
You eat tacos
El-
every Tuesday.
El Chapo.
Well,
So
not
El,
bad. Same with
El
El Chapo.
Snoopy literally looks like a child just took a crayon and drew a. If you are listening, you want a laugh, just Google Mexican Snoopy.
You see where I'm getting though, right?
Okay, so his name's Spike, and he is from the Peanuts, Peanuts, Peanuts.
Yes, peanuts.
And he's a legit character. He made several episode appearances. Spike.
Spike. That's the name they chose. Not they didn't go with.
But he is Mexican.
Hold on, they didn't go with El Snoopy.
El Snoopy.
I was certain that they were going to win.
I'm sure to find people at the peanuts.
Yeah, they knew 2021 was going to be a big year for racism, and
And
thought,
they
you
said,
know what,
hey,
we're going to
El
call it.
Snoopy is going to get us in trouble 30 years
Yeah,
from
we're
now.
not getting canceled like Pepe Le Pew and all these other
Well,
Disney
Pepe Le
characters.
Pew is a bit rapey.
Well, you know, if anybody's got an argument, it's with Pepe Le Pew.
So I said from the outset that I didn't want to get political in any way on this podcast.
But you're about to.
No, I'm not gonna.
I didn't know that was a rule.
Well, yeah, we didn't talk about the rules.
Okay.
So you're learning them because when you're in the company, we talk about rules. But when you just show up and eat the taquitos, you got to learn the rules on the fly. So I'm anti-cancel culture, like in a general sense, but I will say that Pepe is a bit rapey.
He is a bit rapey, I
If
know.
you're gonna hang your hat on, they shouldn't be canceling anything. Oh, the good Pepe, how could they can't? He's a bit rapey. You should let Pepe go.
I want to be
The
clear. I
big
wasn't
science is free Pepe.
Free Pepe.
Is it Pepe or Pepe?
I think it's Pepe, but I really like Pepe.
Pepe.
I think it was El Pepe.
Now we got a Mexican raping skunk.
Now we're double canceled. Oh man. So
Back on track.
let's get back on track here. We'll get to the 10% of hunting that we
What was the
talk
thing
about.
you were talking about before? It was rabbits in the
We're talking about honey. We're talking about Pooh Bear's rabbit.
Honey pot.
and
yeah.
then you talked about that wicked story about a rabbit going through your grill. So like you were like literally driving your car and a rabbit went through your grill?
That's my story. Yes,
Sounds
we're
like,
going to get back on track.
Too much RAM, not enough Dodge.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Talk about your 10% hunt.
Well, I this is not my knowledge, but we can talk about the 10% of hunting that we know a little bit about is the Ontario moose draw for all our fun Ontario people.
Well, as part of the rules, I was going to say that we shouldn't do things that intentionally get me mad.
Everything gets you mad.
But I will say that
Two flies whispering in the basement get you upset.
Keep your fucking voices down. So we have listeners from all across this great country and some in the States as well, and that one guy from the Ukraine. But you don't know the guy from the Ukraine?
I'm
Wait,
not
you
part
from
of the
Ukraine?
company.
What's the El Snoopy version of the Ukraine?
El Ukraine.
No, I don't think there's L's.
Pierogi Pete. What? No?
Yeah.
Don't Ukrainian people? I love pierogies. They're delicious.
So we
Who
got-
doesn't like dough stuffed with cheese and then you fry it with bacon and onions? I don't care who you are. That's delicious.
You ever have the pierogies that just straight kraut? Like
No, you're a madman.
No, I'm telling you, they're good.
Who showed you that? That sounds like the Ukrainians just stole, or the Germans stole a bunch from the Ukrainians, and
Every Eastern European country has their own variant on the perahe.
then it's like a COVID variant.
Yeah. So the probably I don't know. I'm not making this shit up. There's one that has literally just sauerkraut in it,
Yes, that is true.
and it's good.
It's just sauerkraut.
And it's
I call
good
it crude.
because of the. It's good for your what are the cool kid? The gut flora because of
Was
the
it-
sauerkraut.
I'm sorry. What?
The gut flora.
Yeah, it's good for the gut.
It's the flora of the
gut.
gut.
Uh huh.
It get them good bacterias up in your gut.
You gotta get them gut juices going.
Get them gut juice flora them perahe.
We'll call Joe.
So
We'll phone a
Pierogi Pete.
friend.
So thanks. Special shout out to Pierogi Pete, our Ukrainian listener. Really appreciate that. And we got our 3 or 4 people listening to the States, and then there's some Canadians. But anyway, in Ontario, new rules, regulations for the big game draw, in particular
For the moose.
this year. They've been talking about it for years, and they made some changes. And the changes, you read the regulations, and you may as well be reading Chinese. Special shout out to our Chinese listeners. Who's that guy?
I think his name's
Taste tread lightly on this
I
one.
believe it was Wonton Ted.
No, that's Wonton Ted.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Try again.
Okay. Sorry.
Just tread lightly.
How about Steve?
Steve. All right.
Steve.
Danglin Wang.
Oh, can you get canceled more than once?
Yeah. Listen. This is just the practice one, right? I'll do better next
We're
time.
actually live, Mike.
Oh, are we good?
That's why we had the ground rules in the meeting for the company that you're not a part of anymore.
But you invited me to the podcast.
No,
No, you invited yourself, but you brought socialites, so we let you in.
You were like the Toucan Sam of taquitos and made your way over here.
Followed your nose.
Little geography lesson. You live about an hour and 10 minutes away from me, so like, there's some good ass taquitos.
Yeah. Next time we'll just zoom in.
Yeah. That's easy for us to unplug the cord, right?
Yeah, just like you put it in the garbage can.
Yeah.
So anyway, new regs are out, and like everything new, they're a little complicated, and we did what we did. It's a point-based system. How you want to without boring the shit out of people? Give a 2-second rundown of your understanding of the regs.
Essentially, since 1993, people have been putting in for a moose tag. A lot of people haven't got them. It's a very hard thing to do. Previously, there was, if you had a certain amount of people, depending on where you were hunting, you would get a guaranteed tag, which prevented a lot of people from hunting. So you basically get a point for every year that you've applied that you didn't get a tag. And this year, they've allotted you your points. You've applied to a draw, and depending on the more points you have, the better chance of getting a moose tag. Essentially, that's it.
I'm still eating, so you got to stretch that out in 20
problem.
seconds or so.
No problem. Now, if you don't get drawn for your tag, there is a secondary draw that happens a little bit later this year. So June, I think, is when it starts.
Which brings me to my point is
Right.
we got fucked.
Yeah, we did.
And I'd like to know how many other people. Obviously, this isn't a fucking radio show. You can't call us or chime in any way, but I'm sure there's people out there in Ontario who feel the same way.
Yeah.
So we had a pretty solid group that was going for many years, high in numbers, high in participation, and we would regularly get tags, and we'd have to go a little bit remote, but nothing crazy. And we would regularly get our tags, follow the rules, get the tags, shoot the moose, repeat. But now, with our point system, some of us had what we thought were higher points. Turns out nobody gets a tag. So which I'm like, it's ridiculous, but what now is the remedy for that? There's a June 10th thing?
Yeah, something like that. June 10th, you have to apply for the second draw.
So where's the extra tags coming from?
So anybody who gets a tag, let's say our group got.
Did you see me try to just drink my microphone?
Yeah, I did. I was. Yeah,
I'm two seltzers deep, and I'm already drinking a microphone.
In your defense, they're both dark, so you didn't know. Anyways, so you have to apply to the second draw. So if our group actually got tags, let's say we had 4 of us drew a tag, then 3 of us would probably decline them. That would throw them back in the draw for the second time around. So you have to apply again in June, and I think we know at the end of August whether or not we've actually drawn a tag. But there's a little bit more of a strategy to it after talking to some people, so we'll have to get into that.
I'm going to date myself here a touch for some of you young folk up there. Remember when you could just go to Canadian Tire and buy a moose tag?
Yeah. I know we gave a shit. Yeah, we're party hunting. Shoot 25. That's probably why there's no moose left.
Nobody shot 25 moose.
No, I've never even seen a moose.
Yeah, I'm shot a moose in my life. I don't go up there to moose hunt. I don't even bring a gun.
Can you kill anyone with a 20-pack of Bud Light?
Just a liver. 20-pack of Bud Light, that's a...
Yeah, when you go to Quebec, you can buy 60s, but they come in 20 shots.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But like you did the big setup for the we drink so much with the 20-pack of Bud Light. I don't think it resonated with me anyway.
Well, it's not always a competition with stuff like this, Mike. It's not always competition.
There's my wife pulling in the driveway.
Ooh.
How's she gonna come for taquito?
No,
Does she need me to move my car?
Probably, but no, it's not going to be like she's going to walk in and it's going to be, she won't say anything.
No.
Well, you're going to hear the dogs go nuts in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then she's going to walk in and
She's going to think this is the real deal.
Well, it
is. We're live
she's
right
going to
now.
give the look of complete disappointment. And
Basically,
Doesn't
because
she
you're
say that for
husband.
upstairs?
And she'll probably pour herself a glass of wine and just leave the room. That's my. That's my
We should
thought.
probably get her on the podcast.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to her.
No.
Look at a webcam.
First of all,
Too much?
Instagram Live.
yeah,
Instagram live.
she's going to be disappointed that there's no taquitos left.
What's
No,
the thing
there's
that-
two.
What's the thing that the girls just dress sexy and
Oh, OnlyFans?
yeah, we'll start your wife an OnlyFans
yeah.
page and not tell you.
You know what? You're going to be a rich man if you do that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
OnlyFans is not a dress sexy website. That is straight on like cam porn.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
No, Mike's right.
Oh, okay. Well, 1,000 apologies.
And even if it wasn't, it was just going to dress.
I'm just saying, though, if that was the case and you wanted to get, like, if you're hurting for some cash, just saying.
Or you like, it's a good way to subsidize your income.
Yes,
I was
there you
thinking
go.
a good way to subsidize my income is when like 7-Eleven and M&M Meats and who the Avondale Dairy Bar, who the other people that we've pumped up on this podcast.
Socialite.
This is the first I've heard of the Avondale Dairy Bar.
Didn't you say Avondale because it was linked to the
I
M&Ms?
said, but
And
Avondale
then I
Dairy Bar is
said-
totally a different thing. But that's fine. Yeah. Anyways, Moose Draw. Yeah, so it's we got fucked.
well, there's still one in June.
There's still one in June, but we got to take a different strategy to it.
It's like it's still good. It's still good. It's just a little greasy.
Yeah.
But you actually physically have to apply again.
Physically have to apply again, but we also we can't blame the whole system. We fucked up too when we did this
How do we fuck up?
Yeah.
because
You register for me.
Yeah, you told us what to do. We
Yeah,
looked to you
actually.
for leadership.
Yeah,
That's why you're not in this
captain.
goddamn
I
commission.
know.
The company be
Oh my
railroading
God!
us
You
like crap.
buy, sell,
Yeah,
sell.
sell.
That's it.
Yeah, just put your name on anything. 10 moose.
Guys, I got this great deal on 10,000 T-shirts. What size are they? Extra small. That's right.
So anyway,
Yeah.
you were saying?
So yeah. Anyways, we had you get three choices, and we all did our three choices the exact same. So what people have been doing is actually going to adjacent WMUs for those who are listening from outside of Ontario. That's your wildlife management units, and so we.
So you distract. My wife just walked
Hey,
in.
hello, Tara. Yeah,
Welcome home.
yeah,
There's a podcast going on.
yeah.
There's one taquito.
2 taquitos.
Oh, there's two.
Yeah.
So
Maybe one.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't
better
act,
get
if
to
you
'em
don't act
quick.
quickly, Michael eats them, and there'll be no.
I have
taquito.
had one.
Two.
Anyway,
Good estimate.
Anyways, yeah.
we won't
so-
be long because people are sick of hearing. From
Yeah.
us, so
Anyways, that's the scoop on the moose hunt. It's messed up this year, and we got to look at it totally different than we used to.
yeah.
Well,
Well, that's a disappointing story.
yes.
We're not ending like that.
No.
Well, I feel like I was the ender.
Well,
Maybe.
it was a bit ho hum,
Yeah, it was a bit
Well,
long.
you told me to do a quick version of how we worked,
and
how
you
we
did a
got
pretty
fucked.
good job.
That
of
wasn't really a quick version. That was like a 20-minute. It's like watching the first. I'm going to
I
date
felt
myself
I
right now.
felt it
It's-
was reasonable because I had him extend the bit. You know, he'd do
Yeah,
like
he had
the,
a taquito in his mouth.
the taquito thing, and you were up getting seltzers.
I was not. I might have been.
You went
you
out and
didn't
got
even
the
have-
neutrals,
Oh, well.
which we appreciate, but you just weren't here to participate in the podcast.
That's fine because I don't even know we're talking about moose hunting.
Well, go
I
ahead.
usually don't even get up for moose hunting. I usually just sleep.
It's totally true.
Yeah, nobody shoots moose in the morning.
Well, apparently most of the moose have been shot in the morning, but yet I've never seen it.
Yeah,
It's tough to see a moose in your sleeping bag.
that is true.
Well, how long? You guys ever shot a moose in the morning?
I've shot one at night.
And then
You know?
you found it. in the
Well,
morning.
let me be clear. It was before dark.
Yeah, but when you shot it, it was like a unicorn shot.
It's a dead moose, Dan.
All right. Well, we're not going to do that. But I think we all agree that it is difficult to shoot a moose
Yes.
from your sleeping bag.
I would agree with that.
So we promised only 10% hunting, 10% fishing, and 90% bullshit. I think
that's 110%.
Well, there's a lot of bullshit in this thing. I don't know anything about fishing. I don't.
No, I have a sweater that has a hook on it, or a shirt that has a hook on it, because it's part of my severance package.
Well, you're lucky you got that.
Yeah, I don't know really much about fishing either, but
we can table fishing for next time.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll save for Fretzy.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get him a booster seat.
yeah, he can tell you about all the fish that don't need water.
Yeah. They don't need water where they're going, Francie.
Yeah, we'll let him fill you in on that story.
By the way, Fretzy, he's our guy. I'm eating. I can't do that. You guys got to talk.
I can't be eating in the mic. That's so unprofessional. Look at him.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Sorry. It's the first time.
Yeah,
I don't have a cough button. Look at this low budget operation bullshit.
Cough button. I don't think there's a cough button on anything.
There's an eat button. There's a cough button.
there's a mute button.
This isn't a radio station, pal. This is not a radio station.
I don't know.
No, it's a podcast.
But anyway, what was Fretzy? He's a nice soul. Couldn't be here tonight, so he subbed in.
This thing.
Just thing.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys having me here tonight.
No problem. No problem. I've always wanted to know what it's like to sit next to a talking beanbag chair.
Listen, we're not going to get into that right now, but no, I appreciate you guys having me here tonight.
And we appreciate you being here, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
He told that wicked story about the rabbit going through his grill. That killed him.
I feel like we've just sucked.
I feel like it would have been boring if it just was you two, though.
In what way?
I don't know.
Because you brought all the humor? I brought Mexican Snoopy.
Yeah,
Mexican Snoopy was my favorite part of this podcast.
That was great. Yeah.
And what was
welcome.
the
El Snoopy.
We're not
Wonton Tom and
Pierogi Pete.
Pierogi Pete.
Yeah.
we'll save Slowpoke Rodriguez for next one.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, Mike,
we're gonna wrap it.
You want to wrap it? You want to send us out?
But you just push it. You sent us out by pushing that button.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Before you, thanks for listening. We're shopping around with intros and outros, and we don't know what's good, and we don't know what's absolute garbage. So tell us all about this garbage, and we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, this is what you get. Oh no, that's the intro, isn't it?
I thought that was the intro.
I thought we were doing the. No, that's the intro.
This is the intro.
No,
this is the intro.
that was the song you pushed for the intro.
No, I'm telling you, it's the ending of it. Listen to Jackson 5.
But I thought we did the.
We did the Jackson 5 to get us
Jackson 5 in the
into-
intro.
All right, here, we'll do this one then.
Yeah, that's the one, Dan. See,
Glad I spent all this time doing that.
That's so it feels like it's something you can like. Man, that was a good show, everybody. Thanks for listening. Hope to catch you next time on the Widowmaker Podcast.